Yeah, it is our batch, guys. Spring NTSP. Okay, NTSP. What is the number, guys? 715. Okay. Spring Basics. Okay. Spring Core module, guys. 715 Spring Basics. Today's date is what? Okay. 24th. Spring Core module. That's nice, guys. Yeah, let me open yesterday's document. Sort by date. Okay. This is 23rd. Yeah, I think yesterday we discussed about what, guys? One conclusion. Dependency management. Keeping dependent ready for a target, guys. Come on. Right. Yeah, those who joined today, please collect backup videos from admin. Contact your admin. Okay. Right, guys. Dependency lookup. In dependency lookup, what happens, guys? The target class has to write some logic to search and get dependent from other places. Okay, in dependency injection, what happens, guys? Come on. The underlying server or container or framework dynamically injects dependent class object to target class object. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Dependent class object to target class object. So that is what actually takes place in what, guys? Dependency injection. Okay, how many types of dependency injection is there? 5 types are there. Okay, Spring supports only dependency injection or dependency lookup also. Yes, Spring supports both dependency lookup and dependency injection. In real time, what we use more and more, guys, dependency injection 80 to 90% times. In the dependency injection, what mode of dependency injection will be used more and more? Either setter injection or constructor injection. Come on. Either, and remaining things will be used, but on a special situation only they will be used. Okay, shall we get into today's discussion? Okay. Yeah, don't think much about the background, guys. Okay, we just shifted. Still, items are not arranged. Yeah, house may look a bit messy. Okay. Right, boss. Now let's come back to okay, guys. Setter injection, guys. Setter injection. Fine. Let's try to understand what is setter injection. If the underlying what is that? If the underlying container, okay, which is called Spring container, is using setter method. What method, guys? Setter method. Okay, to assign or inject dependent class. Are normal setter method, Java bin setter method is there, na? That only. Oh, okay. Setter method to inject or assign dependent class object to target class object. Then it is called, class is just started, then it is called setter injection. What injection, guys? Setter injection. Array setter method, that's why setter injection. Clear, boss? Okay. Right, boss. Okay. For this, the target class and dependent class must be there in composition. What do you mean by composition, guys? Composition, nothing but has a relationship. Composition is called as a relationship or not? Okay, as a relationship. That means the target class should have dependent class type property. Dependent class type property, nothing but has a property. Nothing but has a property. Everyone understood my statement, guys? Has a property plus one setter method. One setter method taking dependent class type param. Class type parameter. Dependent class type parameter. Yeah, it must have, guys. It must have both. Okay, first of all, classes should be there in relationship. Okay, what kind of relationship? Composition relationship. And there should be one has a property. It's something like this, guys. Class A. Here, class B. So let us feel. No, I'll give detailed example later. First, let's feel composition. What is composition? This is a target class. This is dependent class. This is a target class. This is a dependent class. Come on. Okay. This is a target class. This is a dependent class. Okay, guys. Now have a look now. Yeah. Private BB. Private BB. Come on. Right, guys. Okay. Public wide. Set B. Set B. What is this? BB. This dot BB is equal to B. Come on, guys. Here some other logics. So this is has a property now, boss. This falls under what? Has a property, right? Has a property. This is a setter method. Yeah, this kind of thing should be there, guys. Should be there or not there. Okay, target class should have a has a property and should have a setter method taking dependent class type parameter. Is that clear, my dear? I hope you are understanding my statement, boss. Okay. Come on, my dears. This is target class. This is class. Tell me, composition comes under what, guys? Composition has a relationship, right? Has a relationship. Why? Array target has dependent class object. A has B class object. Are you understanding my point? Okay, that's why A class has A object has B object. That's the reason it is what has a relationship. Next, what that is composition, guys. Next one, inheritance. Inheritance. Okay, is a relationship. Is a relationship. Okay. What is this? A is subclass. Okay, 1 minute. I'll put A is subclass of B. A is subclass of B. A object as B object, or you can say A as B. A has B. That's why as a relationship. Got it, my point, guys? Okay, here what? A is a subclass of B. So here what? Is a relationship, guys. And you are able to see inheritance like this. What is that? Class B first. Here what is there, guys? Class A. Okay, extends from B. I'm just extends from B. Tell me. Class A is subclass of class B. Are you able to feel the inheritance, guys? Come on. Okay. So that's why has a means this kind of as a property will be there, guys. This kind of as a property will be there. Okay, boss. Now listen. Can I take? Okay. Right. Why this word as a is a came na? This kind of thing. A has B. A class is having B class object. A class object is having B class object. That's why has a relationship. Why is a word came? Array, A is a subclass of B. Okay, let's come to subject, guys. Okay, can I take predefined class as Spring Bean, guys? Can I take predefined class as Spring Bean? Definitely. Okay. Can I take a predefined class as Spring? Muhammad Basha, I think your core Java is weak. Can you come to this batch after completing core Java? I'm going very slow. Very slow means very slow. If you still feel I'm going fast, I think your core Java should be completed first. Guys, let me take others' opinion. Am I rushing the things? Actually, I'm going very slow means very slow. If anyone feel I am rushing, I think you should complete your core Java before coming to Spring. Because inheritance, composition, these are the topics you are supposed to come learn in core Java. Still, I have not started my Spring at all. Still, I have not started my Spring at all. Yeah. Muhammad, yesterday you raised the same complaint. Today also you raised the same complaint. Based on both complaints, Okay, I can say you should first complete core Java. Okay. And after 12 sessions, I'm just launching some coding part. And still, if you feel I'm going fast, I think please complete core Java, then come for this session. This session not for you. I think you are not ready for this session. Okay. Okay, boss. Right. Shall we get into the discussion now? I cannot go more than this slow, boss. Right. And I'm wherever core Java comes, I'm trying to put them into picture. Fine, boss. Now listen carefully. Right, guys. Now tell me, I want to take one target class, guys. Achha, one more thing. Can I take predefined class as? Can I take predefined class as Spring Bean? Can I take predefined class as Spring Bean? Yes. Can I take user-defined class as Spring Bean? Yes. In fact, I can take any Java class as Spring Bean or not. In fact, I can take any Java class as Spring Bean or not. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Right. Those are looking for backup classes. Please contact the admin. Admin will give the backup classes. Right, guys. Now onwards, don't ask me any backup class videos, guys. Everything now onwards, any communication of backup classes, anything you should do with your admin. Okay. Everyone, please come back. Can I take abstract class as Spring Bean? No. Can I take interface as Spring Bean? No. 1 2 exceptional cases, we take abstract class and interface as Spring Bean. In that time, actually, abstract class never becomes Spring Bean internally. It's a subclass becomes Spring Bean internally. When you make interface as Spring Bean, interface never becomes Spring Bean. The implementation class object of interface becomes Spring Bean, right? Yeah, rules are as usually, boss. Why? Because we cannot create objects for abstract classes. We cannot create objects for what? Interfaces. Okay, guys. Right. Now listen. Example code, guys. Right. I have target class wish message generator. Everyone, please focus. I have target class wish message generator, boss. It has got one business method. Array, class can have business methods now, boss. Class can have a business method. Right now, boss, this is very basic example, guys. Okay, to understand what setter injection is, that's it. It has got one business method. Public string generate wish message. Generate wish message. String user. Here logic is there, guys. What kind of logic? Morning means good morning. Evening means good evening. Okay. Here some message will go. Afternoon means good afternoon. Late night means good night. This kind of wish message it has to generate. Okay. And to generate, first of all, we need to have a system date and time now. From system date and time, we have to gather current hour of the day. Based on the current hour of the day, we should start generating the wish messages or not. We should start generating the wish messages or not. Come on, guys. Ultimately, we need date and time, right? In Java, if you want to get date and time, what we do, guys? In Java, if you want to get date and time, what we do, guys? We will be working with the java.util.date class or not? No, local date, local time, local date time. New API has come, but let's stick to the old API only. Let's stick to the old API only. So that means wish message generator needs date class object as the dependent. Date class as the dependent. So I have to create one has a property for that or not? Come on. Private date dt. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Private date, your choice, guys. Okay. And I should also take one setter method here to support setter injection or not? Come on, guys. Okay. Public void set date. What is the property name? Date. So it is set date. Come on. Date. Date. Okay. This dot date is equal to date. I think everyone knows why I'm using this dot date is equal to date. Param is what? Local variable. Parameter name is local variable. This is instance variable. When both have got same name, how to differentiate them? Using this operator or not? This is my target class. Array, I have, this is what property, guys? Set has a property. I'll give complete code also. Has a property. This is what, guys? Setter method. Setter method. Setter method. Setter method for what purpose? Setter injection, right? And this is my business method. Okay. While writing business method, we need date class object or not? Yes, guys. Business method. Okay, boss. So, sir, this is the target class means. Then what about dependent class, sir? Dependent class. Array, don't think much, ra. Java.util.date is dependent class or not? Come on. Java.util.date is dependent class or not, boss? It's a predefined class. So do I need to develop this class, guys? It's a predefined class. Okay. Now try to understand. Wish message generator uses date class to get the system date and time and to generate the wish message based on the current hour of the day. Are you understanding my statement? Okay, that means I can say wish message generator is target class, java.util.date is dependent class or not? Okay. Wish message generator uses java.util.date class. Okay. To get system date and time and also to generate wish message based on the current hour of the day. Okay, guys. If it is a core Java application, what we do, guys? Who loads both classes? We people. Who create both class objects? We people. Who assigns data class object to wish message generator class object? We people, right? Who manages both objects? We people. Who keeps objects ready for garbage collection? We people, right? But we are working with what, guys? Spring. In Spring, we have a Spring container doing all these jobs or not? But when Spring container will do all these jobs, guys, when you present both these classes as Spring Beans, that too, this class as target class, this class as dependent class. Aisa no na? Are you understanding my statement? Okay. Okay. First of all, I'm going to teach XML driven Spring programming. Achha, 1 minute, guys. Before that, let me add some comments here. We can give instructions to Spring container. Okay. These instructions are called configurations, guys. Technically, these are called configurations. Understanding my point? Giving instruction to someone in software industry, that is called configuration. Do this, don't do this, do this, take this, that, take this as this, method as X, class as Y. Okay, we can give instructions to Spring container. Come on. Okay, in 4 approaches, guys. In 4 approaches. Yeah, guys. XML driven configurations. All instructions in the form of XML file. Legacy, guys. Legacy. Very old, guys. Next. XML plus annotations driven configuration. This is also legacy. Okay, legacy. Okay, but they're in maintenance projects. Yes, maintenance projects it is there. But 1 hour other day it will go off. No one. If the entire industry is moving to Spring Boot, guys. But they're in maintenance projects. It's like array list, guys. Old, but still somewhere 1-2 places people uses that array list class. You know array list na? Next. 100% code driven configuration. Okay. Java config based configurations. Java config based configuration. CFGs means configurations. I write shortcut a lot. Okay. Legacy means old, guys. Old. Anytime it may outdate. It may become outdated. Legacy means old. Old that may become outdated or that may still doing good. But it's basically old. Amitabh Bachchan is a legacy actor, right? Andhra Bank is a legacy bank. Canara Bank is a legacy bank, right? Legacy, because he's a very old actor, right, boss? But still popular, but old actor. No, we cannot say every old actor has a legacy, boss. We cannot say every old bank has a legacy bank, right? Right, boss. We can say Chiranjeevi, Balakrishna of Telugu industry also legacy people. Got it? In core Java, array list class, vector classes are called legacy classes. Old, but still they are doing good. Old, still they are performing good things. Yeah. All configurations. Okay. All configurations in Java. In Java code. And no XML. Okay. Spring Boot, guys. Next one is what? Spring Boot. Spring Boot, guys. Yes, sir. Spring Boot also all configurations in Java. Sorry, sir. Here also I am not finding any XML. Na? Come on. Here also I am not finding XML. But here what is extra? Auto configuration is extra. Next, what is extra? Other day we have explained embedded softwares are extra. Embedded servers, embedded databases. Come on. Remembered? Embedded servers. Embedded servers, embedded databases. Okay. Embedded data DBs. Embedded servers and embedded DBs, guys. Okay. Now listen, guys. Number one is this, guys. In the market, all new projects are here only. All new projects are here. From last 5-6 years, whatever projects are started, they are there in Spring Boot, guys. Okay. And some maintenance projects are there here. Remaining all are outdated. Only XML outdated. That's why we also studied little about only XML. Very fastly, we'll move to XML plus annotation. We spend some hours there. Then we will move to Spring Boot. Why? In Spring Boot also 100% code is there. Now we study this also. We study this also, but our main focus will be on Spring Boot, guys. Everyone getting my point? Okay, here annotations are there. All configurations in Java code means full of annotations, Ra Babu. Don't think that no annotations are there. In both places, full of annotations. Array, full of annotations. Here also full of annotation. Okay, full of annotations here. Who said no annotations? Okay. Full of annotation. Driven configuration. Driven configuration. Okay, array. Third one, launched and outdated. Why? Because Spring Boot also come up with the same thought, na? Launched within 1 year, it got outdated. Why? Come on. Because Spring Boot also come up with the same thought. That's why no one talked. So many people not even aware of this. There is some approach called 100% code driven configurations. 100, because Spring Boot came with the same thought and with some extra features, some extra facilities. Right, boss. So shall we come back to the coding, guys? Okay, now let me develop target class first. Complete target class, guys. Okay, now one thing is clear, was one thing you keep in mind. In Spring application, we don't load target and dependent classes. We don't create object for target and dependent classes. Come on. Okay. We don't create object for target and dependent classes. Okay, we don't assign dependent class object to target class object. Everything is taken care by. Every activity is taken care by. Come on. Spring container only. When? If you give instruction to Spring container, how do you give those instructions to Spring container? As a configuration. How do you do those configuration? In these 4 approaches. Right now, what we are going to learn, XML driven configuration. Understanding my point, guys? Okay. Setter injection, sample code, setter injection, sample code in using XML driven configuration. Got it? This is my basic requirement, guys. Right. Tell me, let me develop my target class. We'll design, then we code. Don't think that I don't develop in Eclipse, guys. We first design, then we code. Okay. Now tell me, a good programmer should keep every Java class in a package, na? Did you see any any predefined class without package? No. Then why are you taking user-defined classes without package, my dear? Don't do that work. Don't do that mistake. Take every class in one package, right? And that too, when 2 classes of project are having same name, they can be differentiated with the package name, right? They can be really differentiated with the package name. And so good programmer place everything in packages, right? Okay. Right, boss. Okay. This is my file name. Wish message generator dot Java. Okay. Package com.nt dot. Okay. Beans. Yeah. What is com? Commercial company or anything you can say. NT means Naresh Technology. Beans means spring beans kind of thing. Because spring beans is lengthy word, that's why I'm writing beans. By seeing beans, don't think that SAR is developing Java bean. Please switch off your cameras. I'm giving last warning or request or demand to all students. Don't switch on your cameras. If you switch on your cameras, okay, my mouse button will be, okay, will be forced to remove you from the meeting. Especially if you are intentionally switching on the camera for identity, you will be removed immediately from the meeting. Okay, it happened unexpectedly, no problem. But if it is intentionally happened, definitely you will get reverse punishment. So be careful. Right. Wish message generator dot Java. Package com.nt.bean. Sir, is it compulsory to take three words in the packages? No. It's a recommendation only. It's a recommendation only. Understanding my point? Okay. Someone is asking, sir, can I mention SP beans? Yeah, you can mention. But it won't sound that much great, guys. Okay, that's why I'm taking beans. And I already said, Java bean means class with the getter setter method, right? Java bean means class with the getter setter method. Okay, only bean means a perfectly developed Java class. Component class is also called bean class. Remember that? Component class is also called bean class. Bean class is different from Java bean class. Watch your backup videos, right? Component class is also called bean class. Did you remember that? Okay. So let it be, guys. Now tell me. Public class wish message generator. Public class wish message generator. Now tell me, guys, here private date. Don't you think has a property? Has a property. Okay. Yeah, tell me, guys. I want to see container using which method to assign dependent class object to target class object, guys? Public void set date. This dot date is equal to date. Okay, setter method. Which method? Setter method. So I have to keep setter method ready or not? A container is looking to use setter method of target class to assign dependent class object to target class object. So accordingly, I have to keep setter method ready or not? So that's why. Am I going to call setter method? Container is going to call setter method. Am I going to call setter method or container is going to call setter method? But though it's container is calling, we have to keep it ready or not? One thing you remember, guys. One thing you remember. When aquarium can take care of fish, boss, or when fish is dropped according to the aquarium conditions, right? Or fish survives in cold water, aquarium is having hot water. So what should I do? I should drop that fish which survives in hot water, right? No, sir, I will keep the fish that survives in cold water, though aquarium is having hot water. So fish will die or not? If you want to take services from the aquarium, we should keep everything ready according to aquarium or not? When you want to take services from container, so we should keep everything according to container or not? Container says, I can call setter method to assign dependent class object to target class object. So keeping the setter method, supporting that setter injection is my responsibility or container responsibility? My responsibility. After all, target class is user defined class. Come on. After all, target class is user defined class. What do you say, my dear? Setter method for setter injection. Okay. Array, since I am using java.util.date class, better to import it or not, guys? Yeah, point to be highlighted, method to be highlighted. Next, I have to develop a business method, my dear. Let's develop the business method. Array, listen, guys. We are asking container, hey container, I will give date class as Spring Bean. You create object for it. You also create object for wish message generator and call setter method to assign date class object to date property. Actually, date class object comes as an argument of setter method first. Since I am saying this dot date is equal to date, it will be assigned to date property or not. I will be very dead slow. I will be repeating 1-2 times. Okay, first 3 applications, let me go in my style. After third application, we will revise the speed of the teaching. Till that time, let me go in my style. And don't come to don't come to one conclusion on Spring and unless until you complete first 3 applications. After 3 application, you come to one conclusion whether Spring is easier, useful, useless, difficult, nothing, waste of time. You have to come to one conclusion after third application only. Till third application, I am explaining, you are listening. I am explaining, you are digesting the subject. I am explaining, you are analyzing subject. But don't come to any broad opinion on Spring. When you want to enter into a new relationship, do you judge opposite person in just 3 days? No, na. At least you'll take 1 month time, na. Wait for a few days before judging the Spring. Based on the first application, nothing you cannot tell. Okay, you cannot tell anything. Yes, boss. Business method. And starting 3 days, everything looks nice, right? Everywhere, everything looks nice. Okay, public string, generate wish message. String user. Public string, generate wish message, string user. Array, when Spring container injects date class object to date property by calling setter method, this date property holds what? Date class object. When date class object is created by using zero param constructor, it automatically holds the system date and time or not. So indirectly after injection process, this date property is holding system date and time or not. Come on, guys. Okay. Okay, get current hour of the day. Get current hour of the day. Into hour is equal to date dot get hour. Into hour is equal to date dot get hour. You will get date in 24 hours format, guys. Nothing but 0 to 23. Are you listening? You will get current hour of the day in 24 hours format. Evening 5 p.m. means 17 will come. Morning 9 o'clock means 9 only will come. Late night 8 p.m. means what? 20 will come. Got it, guys? Here I have to write a logic, guys. Generate the wish message. If hour less than 12, less than 12. Good morning. Okay, I'm just writing shortcut, Ra Babu. Good morning, user. Else if hour less than 16, before 4 p.m. Before 4 p.m. Return good afternoon, user. Come on. Else if Okay. Hour less than 20. Array, listen, I'm asking simple question. If a DTDC is injected to Flipkart, in the business method, we'll try to use DTDC services for courier activities or not. Why we inject, boss? To use them in the business logics, na? Right. Otherwise, for time pass, we don't inject, na, boss. So through setter injection, I'm injecting date class object to date property so that I can use date property somewhere while writing business logics in the business method, right now, boss? Okay, good evening. Plus user. Else, return good night plus user. End of the business method, guys. End of the class, guys. End of the business method, end of the class. Yes, are we ready with the target class, my dear? Okay. Dependent class is whom, guys? Java.util.date. Predefined class. So, no need to develop. So, no need to develop, guys. Yes or no, na? Okay. No, listen. In your mind, if you assume this is target class, this is dependent class, Spring Container should take both classes as Spring Bean. Do you think they will become Spring Beans, guys? Do you really think they become Spring Beans? In your mind, if you assume they become Spring Beans, no, you should inform to Spring Container. Yes or no? Right now, what approach I am preferring to inform to Spring Container? XML driven configurations, right? Okay, that means we have to take one. We have to take one XML file, nothing but Spring Bean configuration file, giving this instruction to Spring Container or not? Giving these instruction to Spring Container or not? Come on. Okay, guys, that is application context.xml. Array, this is not fixed name. This is not fixed name, guys. Recommended name only. Recommended name. Recommended name for Spring Bean config. Don't say Spring configuration file. Always say Spring Bean configuration file. Right. Note. Any file name. Any file name dot XML. Okay. Any file name dot XML can be taken as Spring Bean configuration file, but that file name should be given, should be specified while creating Spring Container. One more name is there for Spring Container terminology. In few days, I will introduce Spring Container. Okay. No default name for. No default name for. No default name for Spring Bean configuration file. The recommended name is application context.xml. Okay, for both Bean Factory, comma, application context containers. Array, please don't. Array, one of the container name is application context. Most regularly used container is application context. That container name they are recommending us to use as what? Spring Bean configuration file name. They are recommending us to use as what? Spring Bean configuration file. That's it. You take Bean container, Bean Factory container, still recommended name is what? Spring application context.xml. Got it? Okay, guys. Okay. Important tags of Spring Bean configuration file. These are ready-made tags, guys. These are fixed tags. If I can write my own tags in XML, now fine. If you write your own tag, how Spring Container knows the meaning of the tag? That's why they said, I am giving tags, use them, I will apply the meaning. Come on, guys. Spring Container is ready-made one, user-defined one, ready-made one. Ready-made one should understand something means, okay, you should use containers applied tags to inform something to container or not. I hope you are applying common sense here. Container says, programmer, you instruct me, I will identify. Okay. Programmer, you instruct me, I will understand and identify. Super. But not given any ready-made tags. You use your tags. I use my tags. X person use X tags. Z person use Z tag. How container can give the meaning for those tags? That's why what container says, you instruct me, I will understand. But you try to instruct me using these fixed tags, using these fixed attributes. Come on, so that I can take them and I can apply the meaning. I can take them and I can understand what you are going through. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Okay, listen, guys. Me and a foreigner talking to each other on Java. On Java, both are talking. I kept my media of communication as Hindi. He kept his media of communication as a local language. Okay, can we communicate, boss? Can we understand, boss? No. That's why we both declare, I know English, he also knows English. We start talking English so that I can understand what he's saying and he can understand what he's saying. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Right, guys. Important tags of Spring Bean configuration file. Okay, beans tag, guys. It's a root tag, guys. Every XML file should have a one top level tag that is root tag. Everything starts with this tag only. Everything is surrounded with this tag only. That's why it is called what? Root tag. Next, bean tag. To configure Java class as Spring Bean. To configure Java class as Spring Bean. Next, property tag. To configure certain property of Spring Bean for setter injection. Spring Bean for setter injection. Next, constructor-arg tag. Okay, to enable constructor injection. To enable constructor injection, boss. Okay, guys, and etc. So are looking very new. Array, HTML tags also looked new in the initial days. Aisa no na? H1, B, italic, looked new na not? 1-2 days it looks bit new, boss. After that you will be habituated. While developing servlet first application, servlet mapping tags looked very new or not? Okay. Array property tag to enable setter injection, right? Dirty fellow. Study ra naina, study. Study ra naina, poor line. Complete the line. And constructor hyphen arg tag for constructor injection. Bean tag for spring bean configuration, right? Okay. Array, if you want to enable setter injection on date property, while configuring date property, you have to use what? You have to use what? Property tag. Shall I start writing that one, boss? Okay, guys. Now listen, beans. Beans. Some rules importing will be there. Don't worry about that. Okay, those dot means in something is there, we will write later. We'll understand and we will write later, guys. Now tell me, okay, bean ID. Array, comment in XML file is same as HTML, boss. Comment in XML file is same as HTML. HTML comments, you know. Okay. Dependent class configuration. HTML comment. If you don't know it. Okay. Bean ID dt class is equal to java.util.dt. Today looks new, but you have to hand over your brain. Focus 100%. You should concentrate here, guys. Bean ID dt class is equal to java.util.dt. Array, I'm asking container. Hey, container, take this class, fully qualified class as Spring Bean. Whenever you create object having dt as the reference variable name. Nothing but object name. Array, listen. Spring container creates the Spring Bean class object with the given bean ID, and Spring Bean is identified with its bean ID only. Or you might have submitted so many details to Naresh IT, guys, but are you identified with those details or Naresh IT generated registration number? You are always identified with Naresh IT generated registration number, right? In India, though you have so many details, so many nicknames, but you are identified with Aadhaar number or not? You are identified with Aadhaar number or not? Come on. Anything I can take, boss. Anything I can take. Because when container create object, what name you want to use? DT is the object name. Okay, bean ID later becomes object name. This is fully qualified Spring Bean class. Okay, similarly, I try to configure target class. Don't give up. Every word, every letter, full stop, comma also you should listen. Something new. First welcome the new things. Accept the newness. Accept. New remains new until we make it old. Making new as old is our responsibility. Recollect your two-wheeler learning days. Two-wheeler driving learning days. Initial 1 week quite horrible. Next 1 week manageable. Third week onwards easy. Fourth week onwards nothing. Fifth week onwards experiments. Single hand driving without holding handles. Okay, making stunts in front of girls. Everything happens or not? Okay, guys. The people who are having core Java knowledge, JDBC knowledge, happily they can continue this. This is not over. Okay, think about first 1 week of two-wheeler driving, boss. Two-wheeler driving. You cannot focus on multiple things at a time, right? If you are focusing on road, you will forget to change the gear. Your father or brother will hit on the head. Arey, worst fellow, change the gear. Why are you suffering my bike? If you focus on gear changing, come on. If you are focusing on gear changing, your vehicle will go here and there, right? Your vehicle will go here and there. Again, he will hit. Okay, again, he will hit on the head. I think every fellow should go through this phase or not. You also gone through, right? Yeah, any technology, any framework learning, initial few days is like that only. New remains new until we make it old. So, but don't waste time to make new as old. You have to spend time to make new as old, right? Okay. I also hit them on your head when you make mistake, guys. Okay, by giving scoldings, muddy fellows. Because I'll ask to submit the assignments. If you don't submit the assignment, I will start A to Z scoldings. That is hitting on your head. Come on. Bean ID is my choice, my dear. Need not to match with property, ra babu. It is container level object. That is a class level variable. Need not to match. Yes, guys. Okay. Initially, it was very horrible to get up in the morning and to attend the class. Okay, now it is easy, right? 21 days you try and it will become part of your life, boss. Okay, come back. Bean ID. Are Spring is such a subject, ra babu. 10 days you listen. 3 applications you practice. 4th application onwards, you will start waiting when next class is. And anyhow, my presentation will definitely adds to get that interest of learning, curiosity of learning. Bean ID WMG. Okay, WMG means oh my god, no. Generally, ID names will be, Bean IDs will be shortcut of the class names, guys. Shortcut of the class name. Understanding my point? Okay, we will draw diagrams also, my dear. First, listen, Ra Babu. Don't tell me how to inject the subject to your brain. These many days I have drawn the diagram because you asked. Stop showing your talent in the chat box. Please, Ra Babu, please. These many days, so many diagrams I have drawn. You asked me, I have drawn. Great fellows. And that too, application is going on. How can I draw the diagram? Come on, guys. Fine. Don't become teacher. Be student and start enjoying the subject. Okay. Right, boss. Java dot. Com dot nt dot. Wish message generator. What, guys? Wish message generator. Okay. Right, boss. Bean. Right time, right things will come. Right time, right things will come, my dear. Bean ID WMSG class is equal to com.nt.beans wish message generator. I have a question. Sir, this is Spring Bean. This is Spring Bean. How can I tell to container? This is target class. This is dependent class. Is there any hint? Nothing is there, Ra Babu. Wherever you write property tag or construct-arg tag, asking inject so-and-so using setter injection, asking inject so-and-so using construct injection, automatically become target class. Particularly, we don't configure this is target, this is dependent, Ra Babu. Under bean tag, property tag is there, target class. Under bean tag, construct-arg tag is there, target class. Come on. That's right, na? That's right. You and your father both are male guys, right? But how he has become father, how he has become kid? Because he is taking your responsibilities, he is paying your fee. That's why he's father, right? And you are careless guy, wasting money, wasting time. That's why you are a kid. Son or no? Both are human beings. Father never says I am a father. Kid never says I am a kid. But everyone knows it. Based on the responsibilities they are carrying, right? You and me are in the Zoom meeting. But anyone who comes from outside, they can easily identify, I am a teacher, you are a kid. We are both are human beings. Yes or no, na? We both are human beings. Pratik More, listen, Ra. Same example I am giving one more angle. We both are human beings. Okay. But I am playing a different role. You are playing a different role. Based on my role, based on my shouting, anyone can recognize me as a teacher. Since you are silent and listening the class, you can be identified as a student. Is there any special configurations required, guys? No. Under bean tag, property tag is written target class. Nothing like that written dependent class. Got it, guys. Got it, guys. Okay, guys. Array, dependent to one target may become target to another dependent. That kind of stories are there. But right now in this situation, okay. Tell me, guys, what is the property, boss? For setter. Configure date property for setter injection. Configure date property for setter injection. Property name is equal to date. Array, property name is equal to date. Now tell me. Now tell me. What I should inject? Date class object. Who creates date class object? Spring. When Spring container creates any Spring Bean class object, it is identified with what? It is identified with what? ID. For date class Spring Bean configuration, what is the bean ID? DT. What is the object name? DT. Then what should I do? A container inject DT ID based date class object to date property. Yes or no? A container inject DT ID based date class object to date property by calling setter method. That is nothing but setter injection. Yes or no? That is nothing but setter injection. Please listen. Okay, boys. Property name date. It should inject with what, guys? DT. Come on. DT. DT. Referred by DT. Referred by DT bean ID. REF means referred by DT bean ID. Hey container, try to collect object whose bean ID, object of bean class, whose bean ID is DT, nothing but date class object, and call setter method on which may say generator class object to inject to date property, to inject to date property. Come on, guys. Okay, boss. We'll see one by one. Don't worry. We will write this file next 30 days every day. How many days I teach XML driven configuration, those many days we repeat these annotation, we repeat these tags. That's why don't come to one conclusion. So our tags are new. No problem. They become old after 1-2 days. Yes. Yeah. Fully qualified Java class. Are fully qualified Java class means class name with package name, Babu, nothing else. Don't worry. Now I am explaining while writing the sample code. So again, one more time explanation comes while developing in the Eclipse, right? Not you can make predefined class as target classes or dependent classes. In this case, predefined class is dependent class. Anything can become target class, anything can become dependent class. Okay, boss. This is again bean ID. Fully qualified Java class. Bean ID. What is this? Fully qualified. Yeah, what happens internally when I give to container, that's a big story. I will come to that later. Okay. For setter injection, property tag. Fully qualified Java class. Okay, guys. Tell me, this is bean property name. Dependent Spring Bean class, Spring Bean ID. Okay, guys. Dependent Spring Bean ID. Dependent Spring Bean ID. Okay, guys. Now listen, guys. Yeah, let me end this, guys. Let me end this. End of the beans tag. Okay, guys. Spring container creates Spring Bean class object. Spring Bean class object using Bean ID. Using Bean ID. That means uses Bean ID as the object name. Okay. Nothing but a reference variable name pointing to the object. Reference variable name pointing to the object. Now listen, guys. When it creates the object, this is date class object, guys. Everyone concentrate. Date class object, guys. Whenever date class object is created using zero param constructor, it holds system date and time or not. It holds system date and time. Array, bean ID becomes object name, nothing but reference variable name. Convinced, my dear? Come on. Yes, boss. Like this object creation takes place. Easy? Someone asked, SAR diagram. At least you got the idea. When Spring container create date class object, okay, date class object is created using zero param constructor having system date and time, and it is referred with reference variable dt. It is referred with reference variable dt. A reference variable name is nothing but object name or not. Similarly, when Spring container wish message generator class object, wish message generator class object, wish message generator class object, it is having which property, guys? Date property. It is having which property, guys? Date property. Here is my what, guys? WMG. Super means super. Okay, boss. Done. Yes or no? Na? Okay, now see the line. See this line? Hey, container, take date property of target class object, assign DT bean ID based is another Spring Bean class object. What is DT bean ID based another Spring Bean class object, Babu? Date class object. That means this will be injected or not injected, guys. This is injected or not injected? Injected. By calling which method? Setter method. Okay, na boss. How it is injected, ra babu? It is injected WMG dot set date of DT. WMG dot set date of DT. So that's why it is called setter injection, ra naina. Okay, guys. Setter injection. No, this is not complete flow. Just to understand. Just to understand. Fine, guys. When how to give this XML file to container, how to create container, let us assume something is there. I created container, I have given this XML file to container. Container takes first bean tag. First or second I will talk. Okay, how does it create? Loads the class, creates the object. Object name will be bean ID. Come on, over na. Next, loads the class, creates the object. Object name will be the bean ID. Now both objects are ready and it identifies property tag. The moment it identifies property tag, it gets the mental instruction. It gets the how to do setter injection on which property? Date property. So date property setter injection. It checks, is there any set date method? Is there any set date method? There, with which I should inject what? DT bean ID based bean class object. What is that? Date class object. It is identified with what? DT. What I pass? DT. Matching or not matching? That means it calls WMG.setDate having DT as the argument. Having DT as the argument. Come on, my dear. I think after drawing diagram, some more clarity has come. This happens for what? This takes place for setter property tag, guys. For property tag. See, what is first, what is next, I will talk later. Still some more story is there. For property tag. Today, just put your brain up to what I have explained. Don't think here and there. Don't go too much depth also. How much I have taken you, that much only. Come on. Okay, for property tag, guys. This is for what? This one, guys. This will take place for this. This entire job will happen for this. This entire job will happen for this. Right. This property tag makes you to perform this activity. Got it, my dear? Understand, my dear guys? Enjoyed it? Array bean with property tag is called target class. Array the one that is using other one is called target. The one that is not using other one is dependent, right? Okay. Tell me, guys, date is using any other class object? No. But इसमें से generator is using other class object, na? So can I say it's a target class? Array, this dependent target I have written for my sake. For my sake, technically there are no target, there are no dependent, all are string beans only. Target dependent are the logical names. Target dependents are the logical identities, not the real identities. Father, son, or what? Team leaders, team leader, team member, all are employees, all are human beings. But based on the roles they do, based on the job they do. They are got team leader and team member roles, right? They are logical identities. No tag, no attribute mix. Completely target, completely dependent. Understanding? Okay. Order of execution I will give later. Still I have not given container. Because you have to ask a container now. According to what you ask, it will be creating. In which order we ask for objects, in the same order objects will be created. Okay. Note. Generally, bean tag with property tag or constructor -arg tag. Constructor -arg tag is used to configure Java class as the target Spring Bean class. Okay, guys. Target Spring Bean class. Are you understanding my statement, guys? You have to use bit common sense here. Okay. No tag, no attribute is there to tell that you are a target, you are dependent. Because this is purely your thoughts, right? Property, Java class where already I have written property and someone says property name means variable name, sir. Sandeep, please put your efforts, Ra Babu, has a property. Java class member variables are also called properties. Yes or no, na? That's why. Okay. Property tag for setter injection. Okay. And constructor for arg tag for constructor injection. Today I have not entertained constructor injection. Understanding my statement, guys? Convinced, guys? Right, boss. Fine. So please go through once and come back. Still not over. You will get much explanation on it. Next few days, we are going to deal with these lines again and again. It's new, but if you put efforts, it will be old, right? Are you enjoying? Are you enjoying? Right. But first, openness is important. Acceptance is important for new things. I'll talk much about XML. I'll make this one easy. But I just introduced it. That's it. I give a lot of diagrams. I give a lot of internals. You will be on the edge of your chairs, boss. You will be on the edge of your chairs. That much maza I will give in learning class. Right, guys. Thank you. Have a nice time. All these are Java concepts only, Ra Babu. All these are Java concepts only, Ra Babu. Thank you. Immediately I'll upload.